I am live a little bit early today, just a little bit early. So if you missed it because you're waiting for 11 p.m., sorry, you're gonna have to watch the replay. I am just like not in a rhythm, one, because I'm trying to get back on the internet regularly, and two, last week was like spring break, but for our family, we do mission trip. So me and Briley spent the week serving our community, and I'm just out of a rhythm. So I was like, you know what we're gonna do today? We're gonna do sublimation tumblers because I came out with templates for it. And then I came to the studio and I was like, I literally have no blank tumblers. I've done hundreds, literally hundreds, and I have no blank ones. I have like half done ones that are ready for bling. I have all this stuff, but I specifically wanted to show you guys how to use custom templates with your photos. So anyways, I grabbed mugs. So I will be doing some photo mugs. So I quickly printed out some templates and I just picked 3 photos for each mug. That's my test for my sublimation printer. But we're using MakerFlow paper at least, because I was gonna use MakerFlow tumblers, but today I'm gonna just use mugs. But it is Monday live catch up, so it is just kind of like a chill hangout, check in on each other, ask me questions about anything and everything, and I'll answer them. Every Monday I will be here on YouTube to answer questions, to talk about what's new, what's coming, sneak peeks, dates that maybe only you want to know, and all those things. Hey Judy, hey Clarita. Yes, and the template was giving me a hard time this morning too, so I'm glad I'm actually jumping in and doing some of the projects that are coming out. So the templates will be revamped, but not just revamped. Those are actually templates we've had for a while that we uploaded, and we had one 20-ounce template, and this is kind of like a foreshadow because I'm going to do mug templates, and I really want to do the glass cup templates, so we will be back doing those. I'm going to fire up, I'm using the HTVront auto press today, and I have the tumbler settings written down, so I have to go quickly find my mug settings, which I'm going to set to 280 degrees, no, 350 degrees for 280 seconds. I'm hoping that's right, because I could not for the life of me find my settings anywhere for that. 280 seconds. 280 seconds, and then 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was watching some tutorials this morning to try to quickly find the settings and realized, okay, they didn't say Fahrenheit or Celsius, but they had a European accent. So I was like, I bet they meant Celsius. I don't know. Hey Kelly, hey Marilyn. So quick reminder, we have Zoom right after lives on Mondays with my business members. I am gonna be Zooming a little early today. I'm gonna also be wrapping this video up a little early too. So I'm probably gonna be jumping on Zoom around 12 p.m. PST today, but I'll try to stay on and I'll have my camera off because I'll be driving home. So I will be listening to you guys, but I will not be crafting with you guys. I will just be hanging out and checking in on your businesses and all of those things. So if you're wondering where that link is, it's on our business member page on Auntie Tay. That's where you can find your 30% off coupon code, and you can find the link to the Zoom. So need printable for time temps. Yes, I know. I need to make that. That's why I got to get in the rhythm of crafting, because then I will remember, like, no, you really need that. You need that. That's important. So I grabbed some mugs that were already sublimated. I wanted to show these because these are patterns that okay, I probably shouldn't put that on top of, that's gonna be hot. I literally laid these down on top of it. Okay, brain, activate. So these are dirt and like road tracks, and I thought that these are super cute for Father's Day gifts. You can also use these patterns on tumblers, on their koozies. They have like a really cool koozie that fits a beer bottle, but then it also fits a can, and then it also fits like a skinny can and a fat can. It's like a magical thing. It's called the Frost Buddy. So if you guys want to have me do that, I'm going to jump on live and do those too. I'm going to be trying to crank out a bunch of little things here and there live with you guys as much as possible. Now that I'm back, but I'm really back because I was on vacation last week. I wasn't on vacation, I was serving the Lord. So, but what I wanted to show you guys was how to layer UV DTF, because you could do a base with like something cute, like dirt or gravel. I think this is gravel. This would be like cute for like construction or something. And then you can take UV DTF and put that on top. But I don't have any manly ones cut or printed out already, so I'll do that today with you guys with this spots one. And I just grabbed some that I had from our pinners booth, and I was thinking, I was like, you know what, it's kind of hard to teach you guys to do something where you just need like one decal, because it's expensive to order just small decals. But it's nice to order big sheets of decals. So it's like you have to kind of think ahead when you're making things, and that takes a lot of thinking and prepping and knowing what you're going to do far in advance. But I was like, these actually are amazing make and takes, or they're amazing projects to sell at like craft fairs. So if you were to order like a big sheet of manly decals, and then maybe you're sublimating on the spot for people, that would be cool, because then people could pick like, oh, my husband or my dad likes to dirt bike, so I'm gonna get the mud base, but then I want a saying that says like dad to the bone or something cool. You can have people pick their own, or you can batch make a lot for a vendor event or an online sale or anything like that. So I'm just going to show you guys the techniques so you guys can kind of get the idea of what I'm talking about. But you then can take graphics, our graphics from auntietay.com, or you can use your own graphics. Okay, he's ready, so we need to be prepping these bases. Or you can, if you have the means to upload people's photos some way at an event, you can also do that. You can also take custom orders for people to send you their photos, and you can make mugs, you can make tumblers, you can make all the things that you can sublimate on custom. So if you guys want more Canva templates, let me know and I will crank those out, because I know that they are really good products that sell. So I want to know that my business members want it and need it before I like make a bunch for you guys. So one of the reasons we're doing Monday lives is so that you guys can let me know, like, I really liked that file, or let's just not make any more of those. So it's kind of helpful. Also, mystery boxes are going to start pre-sales June 1st. Okay, so you're the first to hear it. We're going to have a pre-sale June 1st. They will ship July 1st, but they are going to go hand in hand with something that we are doing in September. So if you want mystery boxes, we're going to start kind of rolling out what's inside pretty soon. So stay in the loop in the newsletter on Mondays, watching these videos, ask all the questions. I'll give hints and all the things. So let's get sublimating these, because that's going to take a second. Okay, so I just made a quick mug template that I'll share with you guys. This will work on any mug, any of standard size sublimation mugs. I know there's small ones, so you just might need to scale it down when you print it if you have smaller mugs, but these should work just fine. And the reason I like doing them like a collage like this is you're not dealing with edges, because that leaves room for a lot of mistakes if you have like the graphic going all the way to the edge. So also, I only have sublimation stuff at the studio. That's like the only craft supply I have here. And also, it was Easter yesterday, and that's why I'm here, because Dustin had the day off today, and he normally takes Bri to her babysitting gig on Monday. And I was like, I'll take her, and then I'll run to the studio, go live early, blah, blah, blah. She drives in like 3 weeks, and she got a job at Starbucks, so I'm really excited that I'm excited, but I'm sad, because I know that this milestone means I'll spend way less time with her. So I'm trying to eat up as much of the driving stuff I have with her while I have it. Yeah, it's sad. It's like, while I don't like driving all the time, I like hanging out with my daughter, and I know that it's going to be like not the same. Anybody who has teenagers knows that, or older kids that don't like hanging out with you as much anymore. Hi, Emmy or Emmy? Fancy, hello, Fancy. I just saw a thing, and I love it, where they're teaching people to say so fancy when kids are putting on makeup, because instead of so pretty, because it helps them realize they are pretty without makeup. That made me think of that. So I thought that was such a cute way to encourage people to be creative but not put your identity in makeup. Okay, so I just randomly picked pictures. I did a few from Africa, and then I did a few from Disneyland, an old Disneyland trip. So no, we have not been into Disneyland in quite some time, but oh well, I still love the pictures. And I did realize I need to start consolidating pictures so I can start making gifts for people, because I'm sick of making myself these random things to show people how to do things. So if you're new to sublimation, they will brighten up a lot. Lord willing, we picked the right settings and temperatures and all the things. So I have a bin of everything I need, which is very nice because y'all know me and how much I am always forgetting something when I'm doing these. Where's everyone from today? How's everyone doing? I know I'm early, so people are probably like, you are not supposed to be on here till 11 o'clock. Plus, I'm not regular on here, so people are still probably like, she's not really coming back. No, guys, I'm really back for as long as I can help it. Okay, so for mugs, I'm just using 2 pieces of tape per mug. I'm going to lint roll them because I do want them to be cute. So we're gonna do a couple photo ones with some templates. This thing is janky. All right. I do like these lint rollers though. They're made out of rubber. Hey, from Dallas, Oregon? I didn't know there was a Dallas, Oregon. Why am I seeing, I'm seeing comments there. Hi from Virginia. I'm not seeing comments here. I'm going to refresh this. Oh, I also put design in the cover, yeah, we're not designing today. I am going to change the template. I got to change the name of this video. Okay, so you want to get all the oil off. So realistically, you should spray it with some alcohol and wipe it down and then lint roll it to make sure there's no oil on it, make sure there's no lint on it. And then we take our graphic, we wrap it. So see, these fit perfect. So that's the whole idea for the template, is you won't have to do much cutting or measuring, but you do want to still make sure it's even as much as possible. And you want to make sure it's tight. So I'm just like to use 2 pieces of tape. Well, for this case, maybe even just 1. Heat resistant tape. So Makerflow has the paper and the tape, which we love. You guys are going to see me using a lot of Makerflow this year because they've been amazing, and they are sponsoring one of our mystery boxes. So if you like Makerflow products, you like sublimation or resin, you're gonna want to get familiar with Makerflow products. Where's the other one? Let's lint roll. Let's see. So these templates semi came out. They're not necessarily templates. We have 1 template, and then the rest were patterns. So more patterns like these that you can start as a base. Those came out this week. If you like them, I will do more. You can also use our seamless patterns for this. You can drag and drop them into Canva in the shape. So if you'd like templates for just the sizing of all of the different things, let me know. It's actually a really good place for us to start, because then I can do mugs, I can do the glass, and then I can build on those. So we can go more and more the more you guys do these. And Clarita, you're probably like, what are you doing? I just told you all of my sublimation stuff is in the back because I'm getting rid of it because she's totally into embroidery right now. Okay, so I'm just gonna get 2 mugs going so then we can do that UV DTF on the other mugs. You can just see that technique. I'm really going to be teaching techniques this year, this quarter, we'll say. I'm big on techniques because it allows you guys to get so much more creative without having to do exactly what I'm doing. And obviously I'll try to inspire you with ideas of more like what should you use on things. So that's a good place to ask questions is here, like what would be a good design to go on this if I'm doing something for someone who wants this or likes that. So, okay. So techniques are big this year, and I'm going to be showing you guys all the techniques, and you guys are going to have to get your creative minds going. Oh yeah, I forgot that it works. The HTVront tumbler press is so tight on mugs, but it still works. So auto pressures, it auto opens and closes. And that's it. Do I have my gloves? Do I have gloves in here? Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna have to move quick. So it looks like I haven't moved on to my Maker Flow tape, but they have a clear tape and it comes in a big old roll like this. So I just haven't moved on to it because I have so many other tapes that I gotta use up. Okay, so I hope this looks good. I know this one will look good because it's got all the colors. So the ticket to layering is you wanna make sure, which I'm not sure if this one's gonna turn out good. This will be a good example of maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. This one will hopefully work out great. So with UV DTF, it's fully colored, transparent background. You can upload a PNG image, high-res PNG image. Our partner, It's Pretty Personal, is where you can upload those and you can use your member codes to get 20% off. If you're a business member, 30% off. And they are really fun to work with. They go on so many cool things. They're waterproof, all the things, UV DTF. You can also order vinyl and they have glitter. They carry all of my glitter there. They just came out with a princess glitter line, which I think I've talked about in today's newsletter. I still have my sublimation stuff, just want to reduce my resin stuff. Details, okay. Sometimes our mail goes to Texas. Oh, that would be annoying. Yeah, I had no idea there was a Dallas, Oregon. Okay, and whoever cut this, probably me, cut the little top off. So this is what a UV DTF decal looks like. See how it was on a white paper? Completely clear transfer background. They're amazing. They're waterproof. They work so good on like everything but in the DIY world, because this can be kind of basic. You're like, it's just basically a sticker. Great for branding, great for marketing your own stuff, elevating things to put your logo on, lots and lots of things to do it because it's easy and why we want it to be easy. But then in the craft world, I love to take it and put it on something that require just a little bit more work. That way I can put something cute on it, but I can also say like, but that was handmade. I didn't just buy a sticker and put a sticker on it. But if you're a designer and you're like, but I like put all the work into the design. Yeah, I want it to be as easy as possible to get it onto something. Then yeah, UV DTF for you. So it's like super bright and vibrant as long as your graphic is high resolution. And all the things. Hey, Brenda, welcome. So just so you guys know, I'm going to be popping the Zoom open early. You guys can jump in whenever works for you guys. But I'm going to have my camera off today because I will be commuting. So I'll just be listening and chatting with you guys today. Yeah. Dustin had to do all the Easter services, and we do a Good Friday service now, which is by far my favorite service of the year. He does a traditional on Saturday, so we celebrated on Saturday with family, but then he still had to go to church, and then he had to do a sunrise service yesterday, and we live an hour away from where he works, so he had to be up at 4 a.m. to do all the Easter services yesterday, and so he just slept yesterday, but I was like, you know what, I will drive tomorrow. I will take her to babysit, because I usually do the Friday shift, and he does the Monday babysitting shift. We take her down to... She's babysitting for a couple more weeks, and then she's got a job. She just got a job, and she's super excited. So I wish it was at Dutch, but it's at Starbucks. So I gotta find my favorite drinks at Starbucks now again. Okay, that's got 25 more seconds. The thing I like about the mugs is they take a long time. I also watched a video, so I can do something while they're doing things, but I watched a video this morning where she dumps them into warm water, and I think that's a good idea. She talked about how it stops them from ghosting so much, and I don't always have an issue with ghosting, but I do know that I do want to know all the tips for when you guys are making these to sell them, because I just gotta pull it out. Okay, the handle's not that hot. Because it is a gas, it will continue to go in if you don't automatically cool it. So it is nice to try to get this off, I think, as quick as possible, but I also think it continues to ghost if it's hot, just because the gas is already in the mug. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. The handle's not that hot, so I could do that right away. So this is a picture of Emmanuel and Landis. This is my sponsored kid. He actually graduated out of the program, and he is going to engineering school now, and he's able to do that because he's healthy and strong. But that's him and his sister Esther, and I met Esther when she was 3 and Landis was 3, and we started sponsoring her when she was 3. And that's Emmanuel, their brother and sister, and we've been sponsoring them since they were 11 and 3 from Christ Hope International. You guys, I talk about it like you guys know, because I've shared so much of their story in the past. But if you're new here, Africa's a big part of our life. And that was our selfie up at Michelle's house, one of our other sponsored kids. She has this beautiful view of like a valley. It's just so pretty. All right, and then these are just Disneyland pictures, which I took pictures of our, like the Lilo and Stitch shirts, our family shirts, and the Together Sense shirts. So cute, but I don't know if I want to do the other Disneyland mugs. They're cute. They're just like all my kids, so I have to keep these cups. Maybe we'll just stick with what we did. And I'll put those on something else, like ornaments or something. Because I have so many mugs. I was like trying to organize things into mugs at the other craft room at my house. And it was just like, okay, do I really need this many mugs? This looks really pretty. So can you see how bright and vibrant the colors are? So this is never going to wash off because it's sublimated. And then this is UV DTF. So it's kind of gives it like a cool textured element, waterproof. So I wouldn't recommend washing it in the dishwasher, but definitely durable enough to like scrub it good with some soap. I also wouldn't recommend soaking ever. I did notice that when things get soaked in the sink a little too long, because I may have got some cups for my girls for Christmas a couple years ago, and they don't like to do the dishes, so they would leave them in the sink, and then I did notice that the UV DTF starts to bubble, because duh. So, hi from Virginia. Cherie is from Virginia. Okay, why is the comments are not loading on this? All right. Also, it gets real hot up in this room when that is going, and it is only springtime. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off. We did 2 mugs together. We're making a mixed media mug. So with our PNGs, this is actually still going to look cute. It might kind of go away under the rose and the sewing. I don't know why comments are deleting over here. Love mixing the styles like Sublimation, UV DTF. I've been doing that on cups. Says Mylissa. Yeah, it's so pretty and fun, and it makes really fun make and takes. So like with your girls for church, you could like order a gang sheet and cut them all apart and just give options. That's what I have downstairs. I have like a whole basket of cute just decals. So I can grab one when I'm trying to make a project, but then also people can fish through them and they go a long way. Like Pinners has thousands of people, and we had make and takes going all day, all 2 days that we were there, and it made a dent, but like honestly it doesn't use all of your supply. So you can build on your supply every event by ordering like another gang sheet and maybe introducing another theme. So our last Pinners, we did keychains with like mama, auntie, sister, brother, and then all the different charms. So like sports charms and dog charms. And so people can make a keychain that said like auntie and then like softball and a baseball or something, or mama or grandma. And people loved it. They were all about it. Because anything custom-ish can be easy to like prep for. Fully custom, not so much. Ooh, this worked really good. I almost didn't even have to rub it down and all the letters were sticking. This has a tiny, I'll show you, it has a tiny little saying. It says thread spinning services and more, Briar Rose Sewing Co. But look how tiny these little words are down here. Can you see them? And I only kind of pulled 2 off, but I wasn't being very careful. If I was careful, it would have. And then once they're on there, like they're on there good. So I'm starting to brand like my tools when I'm at an event with Auntie Tay all over them. I'm starting to brand everything with UV DTF because it's just durable. That's so cute. It's a little off. I should have moved it to like right there. So a measuring printable maybe for mugs too would be nice. But that's kind of my cup of tea, literally, is making the mistake. So you guys can see like, oh, Tay made a mistake. Don't do what she did. So can you see what I mean by it? If you do it on the same color in the background, it kind of can disappear the design a little bit. You know what I mean? But if you use a contrasting color, so like if I were to have used some like pink and blue spots in the back, this would look really cool and it would blend in with the design, but not like too much. It would blend in with the background. This would look really cool with a pink and blue background design. Now I got to do all the characters and make backgrounds for the characters. This also would have been cute with a 101 Dalmatians design, which I think I have as well down there pre-printed. All right, any questions, comments? Let's do a couple more mugs just while we're here. I can get more mugs if I need to. I really don't want to do any more mugs, so hopefully maybe this will be the last of them, and then we can move into some of the cooler stuff. I'm taking all my powder coating Maker Flow stuff home to start playing with my laser on those because I'm doing all things laser at home right now. These are cute. We'll just stay in the archives of all the mugs I have. Okay, some of the comments are loading. Nope, you guys are just being quiet today. What's everyone doing? It's Monday after Easter. You guys tired? What did you guys do for Easter? If you celebrate. Okay, we'll do one more round of 2 mugs since I'm so early and I don't want to jump off this early. But you know what actually sparked me to want to do the Tumbler? I thought I would share this funny story because it's too funny not to share. So I had to work a ladies' brunch table yesterday, and we were doing the traditional service, so some people there are a little bit older, and a man walked up and said, "You're getting old." And I was like, thanks. I kind of knew where he was going with it because I kind of knew who he was. And he goes, "Yeah, I used to work with you in the nursery." And I was like, "I don't really work in the nursery because it's not my cup of tea. I do the youth." And he's like, "What? I have a cup with your face on it." He's like, "I got a cup with a picture of you on it." And I was like, "You have a cup with me on it? That's kind of weird." And then I remembered, I was like, "Wait, you're talking about my daughter." I was like, "I think you're talking about my daughter. You have a picture of Briley on it?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, I have a picture of Briley on it when she was like 2. And I was like, first of all, the comment about me being old, not nice, but in context, thinking I was because I was like, you do know she's only like 16. I was like, I'll take it. I am looking old if I'm supposed to be 16. So quickly forgave him, but I thought it was hilarious. And then I remembered they ordered custom cups for the volunteers with all the kids on them. And they had to order them from like Snapfish or something like that. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, I should make more of those and show more people how to do this, because they are a really cool gift for anybody, honestly. Mugs, cups, tumblers, all the things. All the things. Okay, actually, and I turned that off, huh? Okay, now it's got to warm back up. Luckily, it doesn't take that long to warm up. So what I was saying in the beginning was I really love doing collages. So I'll make a lot of different templates that are forgiving. So that way you are less likely to run into ghosting like this. So if you want, I can do more. I love the background solid though. So if you can figure out how to get it really good without looking weird, maybe I can do like a scalloped edge or like a dirt edge, so it looks like it's like fading into dirt, like it's supposed to look like that. I could do that. So I'll make the templates, because I have a hard time getting it crisp on the sides too, even that one. But I do think that's because the HTVront does have a little bit of an issue getting it tight right here, because it kind of like stays open right there. So if you have a different mug press, but even the Cricut mug press, things like that, have a hard time with if it has that gap, because you want to get it as like tight as possible. So I'll keep my templates just a little off the handle, that way it'll look better. You can also get mugs that have colored handles. There's a bunch of stuff coming out on the market that help be more forgiving. Oh yeah, that's right, I was going to put on are you heated up yet? No, it's blinking. So I have one that says best day ever, and then I was like, oh, it would actually be really cute to do a template that has a space in the middle, which I have for the tumblers, so that you can do like a vinyl down the middle, but a space in the middle with just maybe like a solid color even, so you can put a UV DTF decal between the pictures. So like if you wanted the decal here and just 2 pictures on the sides, or vice versa, you could do templates like that too. Oh, here we go. I need to make another Christmas mug. I noticed the handle is, why can't I load the comments? Is breaking. Okay, I figured out a little bit how to scroll down. Okay, pop in this one and this one. We'll do 2 more. So if anyone is interested in doing custom gifts, these are something that I think could do well for like bulk orders. Teacher gifts, like faculty might be not faculty, but like someone might be looking for like a teacher gift for the whole school to get for multiple teachers, and you can offer your services to upload your own photos or upload their photos or however you want that. So I will be leaning heavy into like what you can do to get bigger orders. Oh look, this also helps because this part of the photo is a little faded. I think it's because of the filter I edited that photo with a little bit, but I can also like layer some UV DTF decals to kind of blend it and make it not look so, that was loud. I forget it's loud up here. There's like construction going on and people and stuff. Okay, yeah, man, that setting is so long. And I can see why it would be nice to put your mugs into warm water to start the cooling process, because this is still super hot. So if I was batch making like 20 or 50 or 100, which we did do 100 tumblers for each pinners. So it definitely is beneficial to find ways to speed up your process. And because this is warm, it's like it's almost turning this into like HTV, it feels like, which I'm not mad about. but I don't want to ruin it. So see how I put best day ever? Like just a little, and then I could balance it and do something up here. You could do cute little floating Mickeys or floating whatevers go well with the theme of the pictures that you're doing. So I really love taking it to another level and making it just cooler. So we got 159 seconds left. Questions, comments, concerns, transfers? Bueller. So I will be live next Monday. We will be doing embroidery, which I'm excited for. Not with the machine, hand embroidery. I've got some new stuff coming out next week for that. So you're gonna see a few different new projects coming out that are different. But if you want more, let me know of different things. So we're gonna do some, I'm not gonna tell you, we're gonna stick with this week. So this week, templates. If you want more, let me know and I can create more and we will upload those to the member project, member projects. So look at that. I'll clean up because you guys aren't asking me any questions. Let's see, what is a fun story from this week that I can share with you guys? I don't know. Briley and my niece did the ice bucket challenge and we used the tractor to dump water on them, so it was pretty epic. We also put Easter eggs in the water, so I think we won for the coolest water challenge. It's the USC Mental Health Water Challenge, which it's funny because my kids were old enough to do, they did the ice bucket challenge when the ALS ice bucket challenge came out, but they don't really remember. And I was like, you guys are getting older, so you don't even remember that this was a thing already, and now it's a new thing. So it's cute though. Is it like also a teenager thing? I don't know. I was like, I've not seen anybody doing it besides the kids. Probably because we're all like, we've already done the ice bucket challenge. We know what that means. Questions about cups, mugs, tumblers, anything you want to see we do this spring that you've never seen done before, or learn or try, or a file that you want to see me bring to life? Because I have a lot of them that need to be brought to life. So I'm trying to think. The Briar Rose Sewing Co. is in the Aurora bundle has not come out yet. We've done classic characters. Should have grabbed classic characters to show you guys. Only. This is very light. I think it's, no. 350 for 280 seconds. Super light. It faded a lot. I don't know what to do with all my flops of projects either. So not sure why that one didn't work out that great. Oh, you know what? It could be a different mug too. These are like a hodgepodge of types of mugs. These two are the same. This is the same. These ones aren't that faded. No, they are. They're faded. There's so many things that could go wrong with sublimation. Like you have to have the right paper, you have to have the right pressure, you have to have the right heat. Our first ones turned out good though. I'm wondering what I did wrong. So there's that. I only heard about it from my 19-year-old niece and totally thought it was the ALS again. Thanks for updating me. Yeah, it's not. It's the USC Mental Health Speak Your Mind Challenge. So it's all about talking about your problems and sharing what's on your mind and getting rid of the stigma around mental health, which is great. So I think it's a good cause, but I'm like, you guys got to come up with something more creative. We already did that. So, but for them, they were little. Maybe they don't remember it. Like it was really all over the place. And actually it was really good because, well, and that's the hard thing is the ALS one was actually raising money for ALS, like research to be done. And I personally know my uncle passed away from ALS, and I also know a couple people who have ALS right now who their lives have been prolonged because I don't know if the research is what's been helping. But so this one, I'm like, it's encouraging kids to speak their mind and stuff, but is it like, there's no money being raised, so it's actually probably fine either way. I'm like, I don't know, it's a good way to raise awareness for the idea that it's okay to talk about your problems. All right, I'm gonna get going. I will jump on Zoom in about 40 minutes, so at noon, for anybody who's here who wants to join, noon PST, but I'll try to stay on through 12:30 and past it because I know that's when we normally do it, right? We normally do it I think we normally do it at noon. Yeah, 11 is live and noon. So same time we would normally do it. But I'm going to end this a little early so I have some time not to be driving. All right, I'll see you guys next week. Also, if you're watching the replay, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do anything else, or you want to see anything else, or you want me to try anything else live, or if you have more questions. I will answer them either there or next week in the live. All right, love you guys. Bye.